Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Saturday. I'm so glad you could join me today. Last night, as I was walking home from my neighbor's house, who should come walking up the street but our other neighbors with their brand new baby. He's 6 days old, and he's just the teeny tiniest little thing. He's about 7 pounds, give or take, and oh, he was sleeping in his stroller, and he was just absolutely oblivious to everything that was going on. It was pitch black, and Dad had turned on the camera on his phone, so it turned the light on his phone, and he was sound asleep. Sound asleep. That bright light didn't even wake him up. Anyways, I can't believe at 6 days old they were taking a walk down the street. Now, Grandma and Grandpa just lived down the road from me, but yeah, pretty amazing. I wasn't doing that when Nathaniel was little, but he came 3 weeks early, so I'm a little behind in my baby crafting. So I thought we'd do some today right here with you. Do me a favor. Make sure that you comment below and leave me a comment in the comment section and share my video around. I am going to pick a random winner. Ooh, I'm dropping things all over the studio. A random winner this week from all of the comments and shares. And I have an extra pack of these petal pink rhinestone gems. And you know, they're not going to go on my little boy baby bag, but wouldn't these be cute on a baby card or something? Anyways, everybody who leaves me a comment, shares my post, will be entered to win. If you commented last week, your cards are going in the mail, I promise. I do a mailing twice a month, so they're going in the mail next week. Okay, so we're gonna make a card and a bag. Like I said, I'm behind in my baby crafting. Today we're going to use the Animal Outing stamp set and Dandelion Wishes. These two are going to go well together for my little boy baby card. And then we're using this Twinkle Twinkle Designer Series paper, which is perfect for baby crafts. Have you seen this paper? Take a look. We have stars, and there's some constellations in pink for a little girl. I guess I shouldn't gender specify. Pink for pink-minded people. And then there's some really pretty constellations here with some gray stars. I really like these stripes. But knowing me, if I made a bag out of those stripes, I'd have one side going horizontally and the other side going vertically. So we're going to skip those for now. These pretty stars and dots. Do you remember what that color's called? Well, if you don't, you can flip your Designer Series paper over. And on the chipboard that comes in the back, it's going to tell you. So you can see that the Twinkle 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 Designer Series paper has Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, and Whisper White. So if you can't ever remember what colors are in your stack, just take a look on the back of your chipboard. That's also online in the catalog or in your catalog. Okay, so and then these navy stripes. But again, we're avoiding the stripes and any pattern that I might make a mess on. So I like these constellations. They're in Pool Party. So if you are a pool party minded person, they're going to work just fine. So I'm going to put this aside, okay? Put that on my shelf. And these are just adorable. Okay. You need your scoring tool or your Stampin' Trimmer, but I like my scoring tool best. It's what I learned on, and what you want to do when you're making this bag. Sorry, stuttering. Not enough coffee this morning. I only got about 2 hours worth of sleep because my weather radio went off. Woke me up at about 1:30 in the morning, and I never went back to sleep. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to do anything with stripes, but I did go ahead and get a bag that has a definite One Direction pattern. So I want this to be the top of my bag, right? So the outside of my bag. So this is going to be my top. Okay, just remember, make sure your paper's going in one direction if you're using a pattern. So we're going to score. All you have to do to remember these measurements are 3, 3, 3, and 1. So on the side, you're going to score at 3, turn it, and score at 3, turn it one more time, score at 3. Now you've just made sides and a bottom, and across the top of your paper, you're going to score at 1 inch. And I really hope that's on camera. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing on this next piece of paper. So we have 2 sheets of Designer Series paper. Okay? Remember, make sure your pattern's facing front. And we're going to score at 3 and turn it. And 3. 3. And 1. That's all I need for my scoring tool, so I'm going to put it away. And on that 1 inch scoring that we just did, I would like you to fold that in towards you. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty little bag with a border. Okay, use your bone folder and give that a good crease. And fold the second one down. Okay, where is it? Here it is. Okay, for the sake of being on camera, I'm using snail, and baby clothes aren't very heavy, so, but if you're going to be doing this and you were going to be making it, something that was going to hold a lot, or didn't want it, wanted to make sure that it was going to really stick, I would use tear tape. Just use your bone folder and smooth that down, okay? And we're going to do the same on this side. I see everybody's commenting. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you. I can't really read because, I tell you every weekend I'm too short and I can't see the comments. We're going to have to work on that. Get me a step stool or something, or longer arms. Okay? So now, I glued it to the paper. Oh. Okay. Now, fold in. I'm going to make these creases. And then fold this. Okay? I like making bags. They give me something creative. It's methodical. It's a little bit precise. Okay, it's a lot precise. And it is something I never thought I'd be able to do. I'm terrible at geometry. I just can't see shapes. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw that. Okay, so these are the sides, and we're going to trim up. You'll probably see it better on this side. We're going to trim straight up the score mark until you get right to the edge. And then I want you to just kind of miter those corners. So take a small sliver off both sides. That's just going to make sure that that bag closes really nicely without a lot of overlap. Okay, we're going to do the same on the rest. Just go straight up. Having trouble holding that this morning. I'm going to put it down. Okay, and one more. Get that out of the way. So what is everybody doing this weekend? There's been talk about going to see Mamma Mia with my parents this afternoon. I don't know if we're going to do that. There's a really cool, I wish I could go, a primitive, like, folk art and antique show down at the fairgrounds. But my schedule is just not going to let me do that, but it sure sounds like fun. If anybody goes, let me know how it is. And we had a rainstorm last night. My friend Susan's son was going to come mow my grass. I'm not sure if he's going to come today now because of the rain last night or not. But my dogs would appreciate it because they can't see. Okay, so now I have two pieces, and this is where it gets kind of fun because this side on the right and this side on the left are going to match right up. Okay? And again, snail, for the sake of the camera, don't glue the flap, okay? Just the side. So the right side and the left side, and just line those up. Okay, and you can give it a good rub there or use your bone folder. Then fold this over just like that. You see this flap is going to go right here. I like snail. Okay. And just fold there. Okay? And again, you can take your bone folder, make sure it's all put together. And we're almost done. We're going to push in our two sides. And that's going, see, here's my seam, so I want that to be in the back. And put some snail down on this side. Whoops. Okay. And there is a very cute little baby bag. But we're not finished, okay? I'm going to set this aside because now let's grab our card. And I have everything that I need here in my little box so I don't lose it. Take out all my paper. So remember I said pool party was in the color palette. So I have a pool party base and I have a smoky slate piece for my first layer. And let's emboss that because it looks kind of boring and plain just by itself. But I don't want to make it too fussy, so I'm just going to use my subtle embossing folder. I really think this is my absolute new favorite, everyone. I really like this one because it adds texture without a lot of design. If you don't want anything to really just stand out, I mean, sometimes when we emboss, we want that pattern, but now we just want that subtle design on there. I really like this. I think I'm going to use it like all the time. Okay. And not that one. This, I used the stars. And I'm just going to build simple layers. All the measurements are going to be on my blog, so don't worry. The Smoky Slate measures 5 by 3 3/4, and the Designer Series paper is 4 3/4 by 3.5. Then, using the Dandelion Wishes and Tuxedo Black, let's stamp our sentiment. And I'm going to test it over here first. Okay. I made a wish and you came true. How awesome is that? I think that's just the perfect sentiment for a new baby, don't you? Okay. Well, what is going on? Okay. Dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. I'm having my Dandelion Wishes card class tomorrow, so I have to make sure I put that away so I know where it is tomorrow. I'm going to put this right down here. And on the inside, oh, let's put in a white layer. That's why I had that white. I wondered what it was for. Okay, so we're going to put this on the inside of our card. And now we can stamp. We're going to stamp. This, the inside comes from the animal outings. Welcome. Little one. And then, I love this little stamp. Have you seen this one? It's awesome. It just adds just that little touch. Look at that! Yay! I love it. I love putting ink on paper. It just feels so right. Okay, now, I know this is a masculine card, but I need to add just a little something, don't I? So let's take some of these little... You know what? I should have my little picker-upper tool. So here's... I meant to get it. It's downstairs. Two. And 3. Okay. Quick, simple little card for baby Beckett down the road. Okay, and you know what? I have this clear, can you see it? It's a clear envelope. And I'm going to trim that flap off. Okay, put that aside. And where did I put? I do have tear tape here. And I'm going to put a few strips on my envelope. Well, that wasn't very smart, was it? There we go. My ceiling fan blew it back on the table. Okay. I'll put that right on the back, like so. And then this is going to slip right in. How do you get a glue dot on the inside? I didn't even use any glue dots. Only me. Truly. How do you get a glue dot on the inside of a clear envelope? Oh no! Whew! We didn't even use any glue dots. That's crazy. Saved. Okay, so now we have a card and a bag all together. And now I don't have to decorate the bag either. I will probably put some handles on it once I get some tissue paper. But I think that will be a perfect little gift set for my neighbors and their new baby. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All of the measurements and directions will be on my blog later. And thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!